And how are you finding learning on the job? I mean, is that because you said before that you were learning in the hours in the evening and the morning? So how are you still doing that now, or are you finding that on the job you can have sufficient amount of knowledge that you're absorbing?
Def Definitely not sufficient. Definitely not sufficient. But I
Right.
learn differently now. I would
Okay.
do code alongs before that. When I was like really trying to learn that stuff, I would code along or build my own projects. And now I mostly watch courses on front end masters,
Hmm.
um, which is more like college lectures format.
Okay.
So I watch those in the evening. But yeah, learning on the job, that's a whole other world.
Yes.
When I started, because at home, that's another thing with self-taught developers, that you don't have anybody like at school. When you're at school, you have a teacher, right?
Yeah.
You get an
Yeah.
assignment and you get a deadline,
Yeah.
and you need to meet that deadline with a project, or
Hmm.
you'll fail, right?
Hmm.
If you're self-taught, then you're just learning this. You don't have anybody to answer to but yourself.
Yes, you're not
So like
accountable to
you're
anyone.
the student and the teacher. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So
Yes.
so that can be tricky, because whenever I would like encounter a problem in my project
Hmm.
and I didn't know how to do something,
Hmm.
sometimes I would be like, well, this is too difficult. I'm just gonna, go to this thing and I'm gonna do something else,
Yes.
and never actually finished that project or solving that issue.
Yes.
At work, you're presented with a problem, and this happened to me like 2 days ago. I had this task to build something. This tab component, and I
Right.
had no idea how to do that. But I had to do it because that's what they told me to do, and you just have to do it. So you just
Mm.
go on Google, you go on Stack Overflow, you join a few Slack channels or Discord channels, so you ask people, and eventually you figure it out.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's a very good point about the difference between self-teaching and then being on the job. Because often when you're on the job, you'll get landed tasks that you wouldn't necessarily even consider learning when you're
Yeah,
in self-taught. Because like things happen in real time when you're on the job.